What I want to share with you in this quick video is something of a bit of a paradox, and that is wanting the goals and the visions and the business growth and whatever outcome it is that you really want to achieve, wanting to actually attain it while also not needing to have it. So have you ever found that sometimes when you really want a goal, an outcome, you're working towards a vision, and maybe it's even a relationship that you're looking for, and you really want that thing, that it often moves away instead of closer? That there's often a lot of resistance that's created between you and whatever that outcome might be. Here's what we do a lot of the times when we have a goal, a vision, an outcome, a relationship, something that we want to achieve or something that we want, we place a lot of importance on it. And when we place a lot of importance on it, we usually put it on some sort of pedestal. And anything that we pedestal, we usually minimize ourselves in comparison to it. So whatever that might be, we're basically saying we're not that. And when we're not that, we're not resonating with it. And when we're not that, we're minimizing ourselves in comparison to it, which means in the present moment, we create sometimes a lot of fear, anxiety, resistance, want, that energy, which can be kind of restrictive. And that sometimes can stop the creative flow. It stops you from showing up and enjoying what it is that you're doing. It stops you from having a certain sense of presence and enjoying the process. So I shared something within my group, the Fit Mind Academy, which is a group for men in business. And a few weeks ago, we did a call and I talked about bringing your vision and the goals that you want to achieve off the pedestal. And that's not that they diminish what it is that you want to achieve. It's to get you to show up and do the thing that you should be doing on a consistent basis that actually leads you towards what it is that you want to achieve. And more than anything, it gets you to enjoy the process. Because if you're placing all of your happiness, contentment, fulfillment, and everything else on this specific thing in the future, on that outcome, then where you are right now isn't that. And where you are right now creates a lot of resentment, anxiety, frustration, fear, and want. And that type of energy a lot of times is restrictive and it's constrictive. It stops the flow a lot of the times. So have you ever found that when you didn't really want the thing, that you've just released it, you've went, you know what, okay, I don't care, it begins to move back. And I always use the analogy of a relationship. You've maybe chased that relationship, you've chased that partner, they kept moving away, and then you stopped and you went, okay, forget about it. And then they come back again. So it's almost applying the same principles to your goals and your vision. Have a clear outcome, have the strategy, have the things that you want to achieve. But don't make your happiness, fulfillment, contentment, your sense of joy, your sense of being and who you are dependent on that specific outcome, because that creates a lot of resistance. And it creates a lot of resistance and a lot of time and space between who you are and what it is that you want. And I've shared this time and time again. The thing that you want to achieve is fantastic, but it's in the future and it's usually based on your imagination. And what that does a lot of the times is it takes you out of who you are right now and the tasks and the things that you need to do. The things that you need to do that's going to help you lead towards that outcome anyway. So bringing it off the pedestal brings you out of the pit and it brings you back into fair exchange. It brings you back into balance again, where you're more creative, more flowing, more centered, and you're actually moving towards the thing that you want to achieve. But all of these things that you want to achieve aren't dependent on that outcome, which means you get to enjoy the process better. You get to show up within your business better. You get to have a different type of energy. And when you're around someone who has that type of energy, you'll feel it. And when you show up in your business in that way, other people will feel it either. It's that with or without you energy, take it or leave it energy, like needing nothing attracts everything, all these different slogans for that type of energy that creates a lot of certainty. A person who is certain wins. A person who is certain is an attraction anyway. But if we are so needy, if we want something so much, we repel the thing that we often want instead of attract it. So it can be a paradox sometimes, because we're told to want the thing and desire the thing, which is useful for sure. But also wanting to have it and not wanting or needing it at the same time is where you'll begin to empower yourself and bring your energy back. Because if you're dispelling your energy and pushing your energy out and it's dependent on this thing, then that can be draining at times. And this is about bringing your energy back. This is about empowering yourself, that you're going to achieve whatever you want to achieve, but who you are, your happiness, sense of fulfillment, and all these different things that essentially are what you're looking for in the future anyway, they're not dependent on having to have this thing. And if you apply that this week, this month, this year, how would that make you feel? If you apply that to your goals, your ambitions, the things that you want to achieve, how would that make you feel? So I want to leave you with that. Just this wee short video I wanted to upload, and they give you that different way of looking at something. I work with a lot of business owners, founders, CEOs who have big visions, goals, dreams, teams that they're looking after and that they want to move towards. So I get it. I have my own goals, vision, and things that I want to achieve. But I'm using this principle also for myself, and I'm using this principle for the people that I'm coaching. And what it does for me and what it does for them is it gets them to come back into the present moment. It gets them to focus on the things that need to be done, and you get to enjoy your business better, you get to enjoy your life better, you get to enjoy showing up and doing the things that need to be done that lead you towards that outcome anyway. And here's something that you might want to pay attention to. If you begin to let go of having to have that outcome, see if it comes towards you faster. See if it begins to open up more opportunities, because your energy and your creative flow is going to be completely different than it would be if you feel restrictive, if you feel constrictive, if you feel like your energy is tight and tense, having to have this thing which is often repelling things away from me, compared to where it is that, yeah, I can take it or leave it. I'm just showing up and doing the thing that I love to do, and I'm enjoying that process anyway. Okay guys, see you in the next one.